Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find that this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. So, chosen, I want to talk to you all about one of the most dangerous things that people can do when it comes to you. And that thing is to assume that they know you. You know, as a chosen seed, you are constantly going through transformations. And these transformations, when you awaken and you're actually on the spiritual journey, these transformations are without resistance. So you are not trying to hold on to the previous version of yourself. You are not trying to hide who you have become. You are not trying to coddle anybody's emotions to appease their comfort zone. When you are a chosen seed that has truly awakened and you surrender to the process of change, one of the most dangerous things people can do is assume that they know you. And I find that, you know, on this journey, there's constant revelations, right? You're going to have constant revelations about what's going on in the world around you, what's happening in the world within you, what's going on when it comes to what you like versus what you don't like, what you are beginning to like versus what you didn't used to like. You get to that place where you begin to just embrace the organic version of yourself being revealed to you. However, often the Most High Mother and Father decides to peel back another layer. A lot of times people, they tend to forget that we are spirits having a human experience, right? And so in this human experience, we're talking about from the time that you came into this avatar, the current vessel that you are in, you were surrounded by different people, different personalities, societal influences. There were so many different factors that created the character that you presented to the world for however long before you awakened. This could be years and years, depending on how old you are and when your awakening began. But if, for example, if you didn't awaken until you were 40, you literally was bringing your representative to the table for 40 years. And that representative is not because you was fake. It's because you were under the impression that who you had always been is who you naturally were. And so that's what the world got to see. But at 40, when you awakened and you begin to self-evaluate and you begin to look at society's influences and, the things that was taught to you by your parents and your family and, the type of people that you was drawn to, you begin to realize like, damn, I don't really like any of those things. I don't really like any of those people. You even evaluate yourself and begin to realize like, I don't even really like that person that I have been presenting myself to be to the world. And so you surrender to the process of change, which means, okay, a whole lot of cleaning up begins to happen. You become very intentional about shedding those false layers because your prime mission is to get down to the organic nature, the authentic nature, who the Most High Mother and Father created you to be. And so you might have awakened at 40, and by 41, wow, you're moving different, you're talking different, you're walking different, you're vibing different. 42, whew, you don't even look like you did at 40, 41. Okay, now you move to 43. Dang, now you shed a whole nother layer. And so one of the greatest mistakes that people can make is to assume that they know you because you are on a journey of self-discovery. And in that journey of self-discovery, you hold nothing back. You are very transparent, very open about, okay, this is who I am. Yes, a year ago, this is how I expressed myself. But this year, this is how I'm expressing myself because my organic nature is starting to come forward. And sometimes it makes people uncomfortable because they get too cozy with the transformed version of you at 42. They're cozy with that version. But now 43 hits and you've still been doing your spiritual work. You've still been on the journey. of discovering yourself. And now, wow, you're expressing yourself from a totally different angle. But now they're looking at you feeling like, oh, you've done something to them. You've offended them for allowing that new version of yourself to be revealed rather than just staying, okay, I know this person likes the fact that, I do this or I move this way. You're not going to try to coddle anybody's emotions. Your objective is not to keep anybody comfortable. Because you as the chosen seed, you are here to set the example. You are the standard. And so when people look to you, they should never be able to say, that person is predictable. I can pretty much predict what they're going to say, what they're going to do, how they're going to move. Now, because you are a constantly ever evolving being. And you don't hide that from the world. The more that you heal, the less concerned you are about judgment from other people. And so no person, I don't care how close they are to you. I don't care how long they've known you. I don't care how much they think they know you. There should be no one walking the face of this earth that can assume, that they know who you are and that who you are today is going to be the same person that you are a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. No, when you go through that process of change and self-discovery, you are always evolving. If you ain't changing, you ain't growing. I'm going to say that one more time. If you ain't changing, you ain't growing. And that's one of the biggest, the scariest things for people who get so stuck and fixated in their own comfort zone, because it reflects something back to them that they're not comfortable with. And what it reflects back to them is that, it's time for you to get up out of that comfort zone. It's time for you to color outside the lines a little bit. It's time for you to stop being so afraid of what other people think about you and just be yourself, whoever that is, whether it's now, a year from now, 5 years from now. Express it openly, boldly, and to hell with what other people think. But most people, most sheeple, most sleeple are not ready for that type of vulnerability. And so they don't want you to be in that space of being that open either. But it ain't about them. It's about you staying on the path, following your divine assignment, and just being open to the process of change and going with the flow, like flowing with it, being comfortable with whatever that looks like. Because it takes a lifetime to get down to the organic version. Because consider, when you was born, you was unscathed, unblemished, right? But then you come into the world and now you have all of these people that are expressing particular patterns. People who have gotten so comfortable with the inorganic version of themselves, their representative, that you saw a repeat pattern from this person. Okay, Mama expressed herself this way and you could pretty much predict how she was going to be. Daddy expressed himself that way and you could pretty much predict how he was going to be. Auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, everybody had this, this way of being, because it was all about appeasing the opinions of others. So you never really saw anybody in their organic nature, unless they was awakened, of course. And if they were awakened, you can guarantee that if that person was on a mission to becoming the best version of themselves, that you would always see a new spark, a new light, a new energy, a new frequency. But it would be a higher frequency each time. But that person would be always changing. It would be exciting because it's unpredictable. You can't predict. If Auntie Rose was an awakened auntie and you watched her from a young child all the way through to adulthood, then you could say, wow, Auntie Rose, I saw her go from this to this, and it was just an amazing transformation. But most people don't get to have that experience. Most people are not graced with that type of example. And so when you come out and you decide to be the example, it can be very, very intimidating. But don't let people push you back into the shadows or tell you that, oh, I really liked you when you was this way, or I really thought that you was better when you responded that way, or when you presented yourself that way. Don't let people try to push you into the shadows because they are too intimidated and blinded by your light. Because as you continue to shed layers, your light becomes brighter and brighter, because that's one less layer to dim your light. Those layers of falsehood and societal conditioning and false belief systems and fears and insecurities and codependencies. All of those things was just, heavy layers that kept you from showing people who you are. So keep peeling back, y'all. Keep peeling those layers back. Enjoy the process. And when somebody says that you have changed, tell them thank you. We ain't even about to argue about it. Yes, I have changed. And that just lets me know that I am most definitely staying on the path and that what I'm doing is working. Tell them thank you. That's my message for you all. I love you. If you find that this resonates with you in any way, if you have people out there telling you that you've changed, then let me know what your personal experience is. Let us know. I'd love to hear about it. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all next time.